I'm in birthday mode around here. It is time for another birthday cake. He wants a Spidey and Friends cake. We saw one on Pinterest, he loved it. I'm gonna recreate that with easy items that I purchased at Walmart. Let's get started. I have a simple cake from Walmart. It is just a chocolate cake. I tried to find a cake that had the least amount of decoration. The less stuff on the cake, the less stuff I'm gonna have to take off. So this is just a plain chocolate cake. They had a plain white one, but everything else had lots of sprinkles, colored icing, so I opted not to do that. What I wanna do is come in here and scrape off all this extra chocolate here. It doesn't matter what's left underneath. If there's big nicks out of the cake, totally fine, we're gonna cover it up. My 3-year-old could not decide what he wanted for his birthday this year, and he asked for dinosaurs and superheroes. So I've got both cakes for him this year. That's why they're so small. I made a dinosaur cake, and I have a free template for you guys if you want to make a dinosaur cake at home. But this is going to be our Spidey and Friends cake. Okay, I have scraped off the top here, and we have a hole in the cake. Totally fine. What I'm gonna do is take some of this extra icing that we scraped off, and I'm just gonna put it right in the center. It does not have to be smooth. We're gonna go back and put some drip icing on top of this. But I just wanna make sure I've got it all cleaned off here. Okay, this is going in the fridge, and we're gonna start on our drip icing. You know I like to do things the easy way, therefore I have store-bought icing. I actually got this icing in the cake decorating section of Walmart instead of the grocery side because it is already colored red. One less thing I have to do. But you know, these things don't taste very good. So my little trick, Kool-Aid. I love putting Kool-Aid in my icing. It tastes so good. You can put as much or as little as you want. It will be very tart and tangy. So kind of add a little taste, see how you like it, and then keep adding more if you want a little more tang. But it's as simple as opening this up, taking the top off, pouring in the Kool-Aid, and giving it a stir. You can use whatever flavor of Kool-Aid you want. Obviously the Kool-Aid has color in it, so you wanna make sure that whatever color Kool-Aid you're getting corresponds with the color of the icing that you're gonna use. If you want to use a different kind of Kool-Aid that doesn't match your cake, you can always just get a white icing and then flavor it whatever color you want with the Kool-Aid. Add a few drops of food coloring. But this cherry is perfect because I want some red icing for my Spiderman cake. All right, let me try here. Bring on the tang. I like it tangy. Ooh, yeah, that smells good. Every year on our birthday, our Sunday school teacher would bring us cupcakes, and we would get to choose what flavor we wanted, and she always had Kool-Aid icing. And it took me years to figure out what she had done because man, her icing was so good. I remember one year for my birthday, I had orange cupcakes with orange icing. Oh, it was so good, tangy and tart. It was my absolute favorite. I did another drip cake last year for my daughter's birthday. I'll link that for you. That was one of those candy themed birthdays, but we started same thing like this one with a Walmart cake, and then we just added some icing to make it a drip cake and added lots of candy. That was beautiful and it was fun too. All right. I'm gonna put just enough icing in an icing bag to go around the bottom of my cake and kind of make it look a little finished there on the bottom. I'm not gonna need a whole lot. So we'll just put some in my bag. Doing a drip cake actually doesn't take a whole lot of icing at all. Once we get it to the drip consistency, it doesn't take a whole lot to finish it up, and my cake is really small. So this little tub of icing is going to last for the whole project. All right, I've got a cake plate here, and all I'm gonna do is lift this cake off and lay it right on my cake plate. This is kind of a crummy cake. It's just kind of a crumb coat on the outside, so it's making my plate a little messy, but that's okay. I'm gonna take my icing bag. I've got this in the center, and I want plenty of room around my cake because we have got some little Spidey figurines that he wants on here. So I'm just going to start by making a bead around the bottom just to make it look finished. Everybody can do dots, right? I mean, this is pretty easy. All right, now I've got the rest of my icing, and I'm gonna put this in the microwave. I just want a runny consistency, not super hot. Maybe we're gonna start at 10 seconds, give it a stir, and see what it's looking like. Okay, can you see this? That's what we're looking for. Okay, we are simply going to pour this icing on the top of our cake. I feel like I'm doing something wrong, you know, like icing's not supposed to drip off the cake. That is exactly what we want for this cake. Just gonna use my offset spatula here, get it smooth on the top. Now this cake is going back into the fridge. We're gonna let it cool, and then we're gonna add our Spider-Man details. Now it's time to turn this little cake into a Spider-Man cake, and I have sparkle gel in black. I am not gonna pipe this. This is way easier. I'm gonna squeeze it out of this tube. Found it at Walmart. Great purchase, easy to use. We used this on cookies this Christmas. But to make the Spider-Man design, it's really easy. I'll show you. You just find the center of your cake and then draw straight lines. And then we just add little swoops. There we go. Spiderweb complete. I'm gonna put this back in the fridge, let it chill until party day, and then I'm gonna put the little figurines around. These little figurines came from Amazon, took them out of the box, washed them off, arranged them around the cake, and this little dude was pretty happy with his birthday cake. These are now his new little favorite toys. He plays with them all the time. If you guys like this tutorial, follow Finding Easy for more birthday fun.